Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another rant video. I'm going to be talking about an in particular situation, which I feel like I actually want to be able to talk about with you guys. It's not that, may not be that serious, but it's really pathetic. But at the same time, you have like this cult-like room that you're looking at, and then you have this bearded ginger. Reason why I want to bring this up because this is just very odd and strange. So this dude is basically mad at the audience for not liking his stand-up comedy act. So he vents, talks about his life, came from Europe, he's been doing this for 10 years, that the comedy gig is not an easy job. Well, no shit, Sherlock. It takes a lot of work. Yeah, you need tons of practice, I can guarantee you. Because people are saying you're worse than Amy Schumer, and she's actually an actress. Yet her comedy is not that great either. So it's funny, he's cursing at the people, the audience that are willing to pay to watch this guy. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a name, or what I mean, he doesn't have, people don't really care about him, don't even know him. And then people in the back, all of a sudden when he's being loud, he's telling, oh, it's not an easy gig, try and be in my shoes. He had people at the very back, it's funny, people at the very back were clapping for him. He's alright, thank you. And then he's telling some really shitty, corny joke about some woman wearing a blanket and some man hovering over her or something. No, this dude, I think this dude's trying too hard, man, seriously. Because let me give some advice when it comes to comedy. I personally, when I do try to be, I'm not even trying to be funny though. Let's be real. I just try to let it get out there. I just say whatever I want, whenever I feel need to, just to make myself feel comfortable, so I can feel relieved. So even if sometimes it doesn't even have to come out as a joke, it could just, because some people when they talk, it could just be the tone of voice that they have, or like it can maybe is pretty much, let's be real, like is probably not, he's probably killing the vibe most likely. What I mean by killing the vibe is that he doesn't have the voice, he doesn't have the jokes or the theatrics to be in that spot. So maybe if this guy took some notes, maybe took a page from my book, maybe he took the time to look at my social media, he realized I'm not even trying. And I'm not, whether people think I'm funny, there are people who do think I'm funny. He needs to realize there are people out there who might not like your comedy, but at the same time, like, there has, if people don't like your stand up or your job or your profession, there's a good reason for it, especially if it's in the majority side or if it's everybody, because not everyone's gonna have different opinions. Not everyone is gonna agree on something, but if like he's saying, if the majority, if no one likes his act, his jokes, then clearly there's something wrong with him, and that he's something he needs to improve on. But he's willing to overlook it. He's not willing to overlook it. Sorry. He's not willing to see that he needs to try to change himself. He needs to take his misery somewhere else. Like, maybe he doesn't realize maybe this isn't the job for him. Maybe because he's not cut out for other jobs. Maybe he feels this is the only profession. Maybe he feels that this is a lot easier compared to doing actual labor. Like, what I mean, like actual labor, like I mean like heavy physical work, or where jobs require you to be motivated when it comes to walking, running, going back and forth with customers. Maybe in his case, this is the only type of job he found maybe that would be easy for him, because maybe he doesn't have people bossing him around. He can boss the other people around, and it's more it's more like he has that condescending behavior. He feels just because he's doing comedy that he's doing stand-up that he should be above others, and people have to agree and laugh and enjoy. That's not how it works in the real world, man. Clearly he has the mind of a teenager, or probably below that, because his thought, he clearly doesn't have a clear thought process. He's not thinking in the right direction. That's why his comedy will always be below others. This is why his stand-up will always suck. because he's not looking into trying to better himself. Maybe if he thought to himself, what is it I'm doing wrong? Why is it that I can't impress people? Why are people distasteful of my stand up? Why are people not interested? Not people aren't willing to cheer for me. That's something he has to figure out himself. And what I mean figure out himself is that like he has to go to the pros, maybe seek for like someone with actually stand up experience when it comes to comedy. Someone that's maybe willing to teach. Maybe yeah, there are people that aren't willing to teach them, but it's up to them. But you gotta decide how. Like if you're gonna become a stand up comedian, you realize there will be consequences. There will be a lot of pressure. There will be a lot of challenges for him. Maybe this is because he doesn't realize that maybe he's not good. He needs to realize that he's not good at it. That this for him is a challenge that he needs to find some other occupation so that he doesn't feel miserable. So he can actually feel at least he can at least be proud of something. Proud of something that where he can actually enjoy where times he can actually at least enjoy his job, where he can at least have people encourage him. Maybe I don't know if I'm right. I don't know if I'm wrong. Regardless, maybe throughout doing this comedy gig, maybe traveling around United States, wherever, like like across the world, whether it's cross country, whatever. Because this clearly, judging from the background, he clearly looks like he's in a cult. Like I don't know, full of narcissists, full of maybe anything that you could consider like unethical people. No offense, and clearly he is one of that. He's one of that. So, but again, like because if you like really man, seriously, if you want people to really like you, don't try too hard. Like, and to be real, I'm not even trying too hard either when making my videos. I just simply talk. I just say whatever I want to put out there, like because it's there for the world to listen to hear my words. I'm not saying they have to heed what I have to say, but that's basically what he's trying to do. He's implying people have to heed what he is saying. They have to listen. They have to enjoy. They have to agree. Kind of as if he's somehow a king or an emperor or whatever of this area, whatever this takes place. It doesn't even, like I said, it doesn't even look like the inside of a bar. It looks like in the inside of Greece. It's when you're in one of those before you head out to see a coliseum and watch gladiators battle each other out. But this dude, honestly, wow. If I were him, I wouldn't show my face after this video because for anybody who's probably seen this video, you wouldn't be surprised. It's very cringe-worthy. It's very corny. This guy has nothing better to do with his life. That's probably why. I can guarantee you that's why he even took this job. Maybe he wanted to find the easier route. He wanted to look for something easy in his life and try to avoid doing actually hard work. And what I mean hard work, like where people have to put themselves in a situation where it revolves around having to use more endurance, having to deal with actual pressure, people confronting you, approaching you, and you have to be you have to be mature about it as well. Being like, on top of being the better person and being showing that you have restraint. So I guarantee that's probably why. Maybe in my opinion, like honestly, this is just all my thoughts. I'm just putting all out there. Maybe he realized that he probably, whether he's worked customer service or whether he's worked any other job that has something to do with revolving around customers, being in front of a cashier, being an employee, like at a grocery store or whatever. Maybe he realized those jobs are never worth his time and decides something fun, something that maybe in peculiar that would be simple, where he doesn't have to put too much effort. Comedy, yeah, sometimes you don't have. There are comedians like Dave Chappelle that he doesn't really put too much effort. There are comedians that are just that good at it because people simply adore and like how they express themselves. And this guy can't even really express himself. He's not really expressing like it's not even really comedy. It's more of like he's just more of a spoiled kid. I don't know. He's not really a kid. He's a grown man, but someone who's just outrageously boring. He's just really cringeworthy. Like I've said this multiple times. just isn't it just is just begging for views, just begging. He's just very desperate. Like the expression that he's giving people is that he's very desperate. So that says a lot. Because I guarantee you, taking down if he's taking down this path, that might as well just end his career, find something better, or just continue doing those crappy jobs. Although you might not get, there are people that you may that there are people that give you a bad day, but at least you get some sort of you'll get some sort of sympathy from somebody. If you all you have to do is pretty much say that you're simply there to help the person. If you are there to simply help the person, then that is reason enough for you to like your job and be proud of something. But judging from this dude, if he doesn't take a note from anybody's book, then his life is just gonna go crumbling down to the point if he continues doing stand up, then someone will approach him, and it's gonna be just like what happens in a regular job, where he's just gonna have to deal with a lot of disrespect, a lot of verbal abuse, and may somebody, I'm not saying I should condone it regardless, but someone down the line will get physical if he decides to escalate it even more further. And probably down this road, maybe there's a time for him is that he realizes that, yeah, it's not an easy gig, but like because he's doing comedy, simply because he's doing comedy, that maybe because just because you watch comedy doesn't mean, and you maybe acknowledge somebody does not mean you know what you're doing. And he failed to realize again that he doesn't know truly what he's doing and what his purpose in life is, why he came to even exist in the first place. If he wants to realize what his purpose is in life, is find somebody who could possibly train him, and again be able to tutor him, and then maybe and then eventually find the right occupation. But again, stand-up comedy again, that's something that he's gonna have to give up, and then move on forward and find something besides doing a job that just makes him feel more miserable than he already is right now. And again, doesn't look like the crowd enjoys him. So at that point is when he should decide, I quit. This isn't the job for me. People don't like me. If people don't like me, I want to at least try to find ways to approach somebody and try to satisfy them, even if it means it kind of, if I there are people that will degrade me out there. People out there will degrade me, but at least I have some type of pride that I can be myself, and there are people that are just willing to support me. And then I think if whether he has dealings with some mental issues, best bet is to believe that he needs to find the right support, and that support will help him further down the line in the future. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.